know that rubrics can be time-consuming to write. So today, I'll show you how to work with Copilot to design them efficiently and effectively. This process ensures they are comprehensive, usable, and accessible, while accurately reflecting your learning outcomes and desired marking criteria. Before we can start with Copilot, it's important to compile the assessment outcomes and instructions, as well as any specific requirements such as structure and length. If you already have criteria you want for your rubric, include them here too. It's great to do this in a separate Word document so you can pull them in as supporting materials. Copilot will use these to guide the process effectively. I'm building a rubric for an Introduction to Business Information Systems assessment. So I'm going to include a list of the relevant criteria from a similar assessment. I've also included headings and sections where relevant, so Copilot can interpret it properly. If you need, you can have Copilot help you come up with the criteria, but make sure you're assigning the weightings yourself. You know what's going to work best here and which elements are the most important for this assessment. When you have this ready, open a new Word document. Before we begin prompting, I set up my pages to be landscape to accommodate the size of the rubric table when it generates. Now, you can build your prompt. I'm asking it to create a rubric based on my relevant context documents from my OneDrive, noting that I want it in table format. I've also included the Assessment 2030 Prompt Guidance document, which will help Copilot align the rubric to Curtin's assessment recommendation around universal design learning and the two-lane approach. When we are ready, we can generate our initial rubric. The basics here are a good start. I will choose Keep so I can begin to review and make more precise changes. When reviewing, I'm looking for clarity, objectivity, and observable descriptions. A useful tip here, you can use the Copilot sidebar to ask it to review its own output for pedagogical soundness or inconsistency. For this rubric, I can see that this section doesn't provide a very clear description for a student. I'm going to ask Copilot to review this and will specifically ask for an observable description. As Copilot has done all the generation work, I can work row by row to ensure consistency and alignment. I will also review and tweak the weightings while I'm here. Finally, I can use the Copilot chat to quality check the rubric. I asked it to review the assessment validity, readability, and alignment to learning outcomes. I also asked it to check for realistic and achievable criteria and clear distinctions between performance levels. With this feedback, I'll continue to review and iterate on the marking rubric until I'm satisfied with the result. Once the rubric is complete, I can work with Copilot to determine the best way to structure the feedback or create supporting materials for students for this assessment. This approach with Copilot saves significant time while ensuring pedagogical quality and alignment to learning outcomes. I can focus on the educational design and reviewing for accuracy and usability while leaving the heavy lifting to Copilot.